How does the Federal Reserve target interest rates? It's done via the FOMC, or the Federal Open Market Committee. This is the board members that are on the Federal Reserve. They decide which interest rates are appropriate given the economic outlook at that time during their Federal Reserve meetings. Now, the New York Federal Reserve handles the operations. And what the Federal Reserve of New York will do is either buy or sell overnight rates in order to maintain a strict band between about a 0.25% interest rate level. Currently, we're looking at 4.25 to 4.5% on the overnight rate. So the Federal Reserve of New York is going to target that interest rate being right in the middle. Now, when the Federal Reserve does buy, they're pushing price up, which would lower interest rates. And when they sell into the market, that would bring interest rates back down. This is the operations that the Federal Reserve does to target short-term rates. Now, a misnomer I see often is that the Federal Reserve doesn't do anything else with any other interest rates. But that's not true at all. We look no further than COVID, when the Federal Reserve stepped in and bought U.S. Treasuries, whether they be the 10-year note or 30-year bonds, and they did so in a very large quantity. They expanded their money supply significantly. The balance sheet for the Federal Reserve moved up significantly during that period of time. This, by them, the Federal Reserve stepping in and buying up all these debt instruments by the United States federal government, pushed price up as high as they could get it. The 10-year, of course, with being a inverse relationship to price, the 10-year yield pushed all the way down to a half a percentage point for the 10-year yield. This, of course, helped out the U.S. federal government, who took on a lot of debt during COVID, but now we're seeing this be reversed by the Federal Reserve. This is one of the reasons why we're seeing more inflation. Interest rates are moving higher because the Federal Reserve is stepping away from the activities they did at the onset of COVID.